Alright, welcome back guys, we're on Scarlet and Violet. Ignore all the Pokemon surrounding me, because we are going to, get Veluza today, like a second Veluza. We're also gonna try and get Golduck, because I have Psyduck. I also managed to get, what's it called? I'll show off my shinies in just a second, that I ended up obtaining. But I've been sorting out all my, like, boxes and basically sorting out all of the Gen 9 Pokemon that are currently in ZA will not be obtained in this game because they're going to be obtained in the Shalfa decks in that game. That's the goal there. So all the other Pokemon will be obtained minus 2 exceptions to this game, which is well, we'll see, because I have low kicks already. We might go and get Nimble, but they're going to be the exceptions, is Nimble and low kicks, just because they are confirmed to be in Winds and Waves. So it's most likely I will hunt them in that game instead. But until we know more on Winds and Waves and what Pokemon from Gen 9 are in Winds and Waves and makes it easier for us to get, then we'll do that. But I got a couple shinies today, specifically Basculin and Psyduck. I also got a Wooper today, which was really nice. So I managed to get a Wooper, and then not even 5 minutes later, I ended up getting my female Basculin, which is really nice. So we will be evolving the Basculin at some point, once I got access to Pokemon Home again, because I don't want it shuffling my entire boxes again, because that's a nightmare to sort out. Like, I could spend hours on my Pokemon Home sorting it out, and it's just annoying to do. But yeah, we're missing one more Psyduck, because we need Golduck, and if the rumors are true that Psyduck and Golduck are getting new forms, or at least Psyduck is getting a new evolution in Winds and Waves, then that just means I can just pick up a new Psyduck, or hunt the Psyducks all over again in Winds and Waves when that comes out. But yeah, I need to basically just put some shinies away. I'm going to get rid of the Fletchling and Fletchlinda, because I don't need them anymore, but Talonflame I'm going to keep, just because I use it for Masuda, primarily, so doing that. But I do need to sort out all my boxes again, which is a nightmare to physically do. But I'll be doing that at a later time. But currently, you might notice that I'm on 48 out of 71. Those are the remaining shinies in base Scarlet and Violet, and the new Pokemon that got added during the DLCs that I need. That's it. Once that's done, Scarlet and Violet is physically just done, like with the shiny depths, which is fine. Honestly, it's generally fine. So today is going to be trying to get Psyduck and getting like another Veluza. That's the goal, and I think that's it for the events I need. I just need one Veluza, and because I have female Veluza, but I also want male. I want both male and female for most of the shinies. So I need one more Psyduck, so I can get Golduck, and I need one more Veluza, and then I'm done. I'm done with the event Pokemon, and we can move on and get something else. But we'll see. What's up, Lung? What's up? How is everyone today? Like, how's everyone being? How is everyone? I think for the time being, just because I don't have Rufflet as a shiny, I can put... I think I'm going to do Rufflet and that down here, so let's move these guys up here. Hello, Jaden. Good, good. I'm good. I'm good. Generally had a nap not too long ago, so woke up feeling refreshed. Want to do some shiny hunting, but don't want to do any, like, you know, big shiny hunting for the time being. I don't want to do Masuda. I do have Shiny Charm, yes. I do have the Shiny Charm. So for the time being, because these are all going to be Pokemon that I'm most likely going to breed and stuff later, but for now, do I have a lot? No, there's Talonflame, so this is going to be my Masuda. I think this is my Masuda box, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, these are all the Pokemon I've been breeding. Reggie, Eliki, I'll keep you around here. Also, Quaxley, I need you there because I want to try and get Moxie on you. You guys are there. I guess I can move my Pokemon. You're 17 Pokemon away from it. Nice. You'll get it. You'll get it. This is my female Combi, which is fine. So female Combi will be there real quick. And then Fione, go there. That'd be fine. And then we got Wooper. So if we get another Wooper, well, we're going, like later, that'd be Quagsire. And then Psyduck go there. So I need Golduck there. And then go there. Then Basculin, I need to evolve you later, which is fine. And then I could move him, actually. Move him there. Then pop you guys there. Growlithe, I do want to breed you. And then you guys, just pop you there for now. Just want to make sure all my boxes are kind of clear at the moment. You need Violet Pokemon. Need the legendary fish. Forgot its name. All my Pokemon are currently like kind of locked in Pokemon Home, and I can't access it right now. Whoopa. So I can't help with any of the Violet exclusives at the moment. Just because all my Pokemon are currently locked in Pokemon Home, and I'm not paying for the subscription at the moment. I think my friend said he'd do it for my birthday, like pay for the year, which I'm honestly fine with, so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, while we're here, we're gonna continue Psyduck. And it'll make the counter go up to 49, so that's good. And then Veluza make it go to 50. Cucumber. And then I'm gonna do one of those. I'm gonna do one bitter, because I want to be on the even number for a lot of my stuff. So this should be fine. Psyduck, I just need one more of you, my friend. One more, please. One more. How do I get the herbs? I did a lot of raid, like, bosses. Like, I did a lot of the terror raids, like, bots. But since the bots shut down, you can't really grind them anymore. I wish I continued doing it until they shut down the bots, but they shut them down a bit earlier than I thought they would. What stars? It's like 6 stars or 7 stars. Don't do the 5 stars just because they're less common to appear. You want to do like the higher tier raids. Primarily the 7-star raids. You want to do those ones. They're the more common ones. Alright, since Psyduck has damp, depending on if the next one is also damp, I might just evolve the one with damp to Golduck, because it's gonna help against going for what's it called? I forgot the name to the Voltorb and Electrode. Am I only on TikTok? No, I'm on YouTube and Twitch as well. I need one more Psyduck. Come on. A lot of the Pokemon, like there's around 32 Generation 9 Pokemon that are currently... my YouTube's the same as my TikTok. It's only Twitch that's slightly different when it comes to my username. Do I have another area for Psyduck? Because I might do that. Oh, my boss GIF? Maybe. Alright, Veluza is like dead center. Both Tatsugiris are there. I don't need the Tatsugiris and stuff for the event because in all honesty, I'm gonna... Really? Just one Psyduck? Really? That sucks. No worries, Jaden. You're fine with that. That's all good. How late is it for you, Jaden? Okay, let's Let's picnic and reset. 11 PM. Ah, so it's the same time as me. I prefer streaming late, it's just better. I just prefer it. Alright. I thought from now on we'll definitely keep the counter for how many shinies I got left to get. But it's just easier for me to manage on like how many of the Scarlet and Violet decks I have remaining. I knocked off all the legendaries, so the legendaries aren't counted towards this. Same with Gimmighoul and Goldengo, since they're shiny locked in this game, unless you got them in the raid. But they're also obtainable in ZA. Like 32 Pokemon in ZA are from Generation 9, so those 32 Pokemon will not be hunted in Scarlet and Violet. It'd be easier to get them in ZA. But the rest of the Pokemon will all be hunted in this game, which is actually pretty good. Once this dex is done, there's only one Pokemon I got to do with like the pseudo method, and that's just one of the starters, because I'm just missing one more. How many? That's not all I wanted. How many of I have no EXP candies. Ugh. That's fine. At least Pokemon Champions makes it easier to reset EVs and stuff like that. I think Tadbulb and Bellibolt is something I want to hunt at some point this week. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of different types of hunts. I've been trying to get the Shiny Charm for so long. I had the Shiny Charm, I think, within the first week of the game's release. Like, when the games come out, I try to quickly get the game done as quick as possible, and also get a national dex for the game, just so I can get the Shiny Charm on both copies of the game. All I'm missing is Goldengo. Goldengo's annoying because of the gold coins, but you can get them if you link your Pokemon Go and just send a postcard up to Scarlet and Violet like every day. Get those coins pretty easily. It is kind of disappointing you can't send Pokemon from ZA back to the old games, but it's because they're coded with weird with the new language on ZA, so they make they end up bugging out the Pokemon. So they just made it so they could transfer to future titles, but they can't transfer to older titles, which is annoying. But yeah, not many Pokemon to go, like 20 odd Pokemon, like 23 Pokemon to go. And then Scarlet and Violet is done. And I might go to Sword and Shield, because there's only one Pokemon in ZA that I don't need from Sword and Shield, which is Phalanx. I'm hoping this goes quickly, though. I'm hoping I can get Psyduck very quickly. Because then I could go for Veluza. It's the only one I need. The only one after this is Veluza, and then maybe we can just chill and just wait for the eggs. Like, wait for some eggs, and then maybe go for one of the starters in the next few days, but I just... Or we could go to ZA. We might switch over to ZA once we get the shinies, so I can get some donuts. Thank you, Jaden, I appreciate it. But yeah, we may switch over to Legends ZA after we get Psyduck for Golduck, because I will just probably go to Area 0 to evolve it into Golduck, and then also on top of that, we just need Veluza. But once those are done, we can do other games. Like, Scarlet and Violet will basically be done until I want to continue, maybe, going for something else. What's up, War? What's up, War Gamer? How are you? I need to check what outbreaks are in daily. Like, that's something I want to do, is check. Like, probably every day I'm going to check on Scarlet and Violet. We'll sort out a schedule for this week and the following week on what games I'm going to primarily do. It's probably a good idea to just finish Scarlet and Violet and then just move on to ZA. Because then I could switch between ZA shiny hunting and Sword and Shield shiny hunting. Is there any blue duck? Nope, no blue duck. Hey, what's up, notifications? Doing good, War? That's good. Violet Pokemon are my issue. Yeah. There are trade codes. Like, if you have online, there are trade codes you can see on, like, on Google. As long as they're still active by people, and you'd be traded, like, the version exclusives. The only problem with that is that 9 times out of 10, those Pokemon can be hacked. Psyduck, please be my friend. For notifications, how are you? How are you, friend? I'm gonna try and sort out my boxes today as well, like all my Kitakami ones and stuff like that, so I can at least see how many of Kitakami's decks I still need and so forth. But for now, I'm kinda ignoring them. I'm gonna organize all of the rest of the boxes into the categories of the Pokemon that are early in the decks, but also have the rest of the Pokemon added. Blue Duck is coming. Let's hope. Let's hope the Blue Duck is coming. I think if I did this at the start of the outbreak, I could have had encounter power. But it doesn't affect the outbreak. Oh, Spain won? Hell yeah, let's go. What was the score? What's the score, Gas? So the Miku curse just exists. Every team that's held Miku has lost. 1-0? Wow, that is so... The game last night, like England's game, was at least better. You're playing Team Sonic Racing? Nice. Blue Duck. I hope... From the looks of what we saw from Pokemon Winds and Waves, I do hope the realistic texture returns for certain Pokemon. I hope. Because it looks nice in Scarlet and Violet. Like, it fits the Pokemon a lot more because at least the Pokemon look more lively with the realistic textures. But I'm fine with textures being either not realistic or semi-realistic, it's fine. As long as, you know, the game itself has a set style. So I'm very excited for Winds and Waves. But yeah, 1-0. 1-0 Spain. That's not too bad. It broke the Miku curse of the 2-1 curse, but it didn't break the Miku curse of whoever holds Miku. Which one do I want? I'm getting both copies. I'm getting both copies of Winds and Waves. I'm getting, I think, depending on the legendary as well, and like on the game, will determine what copy I get digitally, because I will have all the games digitally anyway. Just because I like getting both copies digitally and physically. But I'm gonna be getting both games physically for collection purposes. Let's see, shall we? Let's see. Let's see. Psyduck. Blue Duck would be nice, because then I can just go and get Veluza. In the middle of the lake, which I'm not happy about. Let's find out. Do I have the legendary fish on this game? I do, but it's the shiny one, like from the event, and they're all in my Pokemon home. My Pokemon Violet does have the normal fish, but my friend has the live index currently since he's doing the shiny dex. Come on, Blue Duck. And then I need my green spike fish, and hopefully it's male because I already have a female one. I'm definitely going for Voltorb soon. For sure. I just need to get some Pokemon to level 100, like Psyduck, maybe. Problem with self-destruct is I can... Well, actually, I could still use my full false swiper. That should be fine, actually. Should be. I am playing Scarlet, Aiden. Currently playing Scarlet, but I do have both versions. Psyduck, I need you to be blue. I actually think I got a couple shiny Pokemon in Violet. Like, I think I got my Boschif and Boschif in Violet. So I do need to check my Violet copy, and I do need to check Pokemon Home, because I know I've got a couple shinies from Scarlet and Violet in Pokemon Home currently, because they're either being used in Pokemon Champions, or they're just kept in the box at the moment. Am I completely done with ZA? Not yet. With ZA's decks, I'm practically halfway. Halfway of the shelf at decks. Come on, Psyduck. How long have I got left on the sandwich? 15 minutes? 16 minutes, I mean. That's not too bad. What's up, Philip? I am playing on the Switch too, yes, Ryan. I wouldn't say the graphics look amazing, but they're definitely enhanced on the Switch too. Just by a bit. They're more upscaled than enhanced. I'm curious what Winds and Waves will look like though. And also how they're going to perform. I'm curious how the game's going to perform compared to, you know, Scarlet and Violet, since they were framey in certain areas. The game is good. Graphics just threw me off a bit. Yeah, they went with the hyper-realism. Like with this. Like, it's interesting. It is interesting for sure. Come on, Psyduck. Once I have you, I can go for Veluza, and I can ignore the current Pokemon until Veluza is caught. Maybe we'll go for another Outbreak, like shiny. I will try... Like, I need the Basculins. I need both these Basculins. But I could also wait till Gen 5's remake and actually go for a lot of Gen 5's Pokemon then. This should be fine. Here we have the Land Duck. You talking about Psyduck, or are you talking about, like, just, you know, land ducks in general, like Platypus? Because Platypus is probably what would most people call a land duck. Because it kind of is. It's got, like, the beak of a duck. Instead of living in the water like normal dogs, they disguise for stand in the dusty land. Honestly, I can kind of see Psyduck turning into a regional ground type or rock type, maybe. Just to be weak to its, like, counterpart. Because they like doing that, because, Growlithe and Arcanine, they got added the rock type in, but kept the fire type in, so it became 4 times weak to, water. Unless they wanted to go the grass type route. I could kind of see them go grass. If you think this, Al, then that's you that thinks it. You know. The new Pokemon games drop next year. Typo decided to stand in dusty lands. There we go. Typos happen though. Typos will be common. Even when you don't want them to happen. Voltorb, I need you to shine at some point, but right now I'm not concentrating on here. There is a chance the water types around here also spawn as shiny. Do you think I will get the 72 Pokemon I need for the Gen 9 decks? They're fairly easy to get, as long as it's not diversion exclusives you're primarily missing. You should be fine. You don't like Psyduck? Why? Psyduck's cool. Psyduck's, like, generally cool. Can I have a blue duck? I know it's 1 in 512 with the shiny charm and level 3 sandwich. But can I get a duck? Please? I know I got lucky with the shinies earlier, but can I get duck? Weasel, I don't need you shining, that'd be great. Sorry, I'm gonna be shiny before Psyduck. I doubt it. And if it is, I'm resetting it because I already have it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Shiny duck, where are you? And other than looking like your average McDonald's customer, they are some of the dangerous ducks. Yep. Is it bad I just got a blue duck with max odds? No, not really. I do wish they were in ZA though. Just so I could get a Shalfa version of the duck. Kinda want to go for Ditto though. Like, I really want to go for Ditto and Zora in this game, but at the same time, I don't really want to do them. Like, go for them. I think Zora I'll probably breed. Especially the blue ones. Blue duck. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit because I don't think I need to zoom completely out. The Psyducks all follow you, they don't bump into you. I could just stay in one area and wait till all the Psyducks kind of crowd around me, but the chance of the shiny one being around, like around those, is low. Sure, pro. Let me know. Let me know what's funny. Something cool I realized while playing Violet today is that the hidden area on the map is Carlos, lol. Yeah. Carlos is on top. So so Scarlet and Violet was teasing Legend ZA. It's kind of funny. Found a shiny Psyduck by hunting the dolphin. Oh, are you going for Finison and Palafin? But you got Psyduck out of it? Nice. Yeah, gas. It be like that, right? It's annoying. I didn't know that for like 2 years. That's fair. Most people wouldn't. But at least we need to pay like close attention with the next game so we can get like little snippets of what's to come. Because I feel like Gen 5 is next to come, for sure. It's definitely the next games that are on their mind to do after Generation 10. Thank you, Jaden. But yeah. After Gen 5, I have no idea. Maybe Generation 10 will tease Gen 5, or they might tease the upcoming game after Generation 5. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they tease. Because Gen 7 teased Gen 8. So I'm assuming Gen 10 will tease probably the next Legends game or Generation 11. But I don't think we're going to get Generation 11 for a good long while now. But I think we're going to be on remakes for a while. Like ports and remakes are most likely what we're going to get in the next few years. The only reason I think that is just because of they don't want to have a Scarlet and Violet situation with their games again. Where the games were poorly received, but they were successful in their own right. If it was Gen 5, though, would Gen 5 be Legends Grey or Black free or White free? I generally think it'd just be a remake of Black and White, and it will have a similar thing to how Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire had the Delta episode, where you can play the story, like you get to pick if you want to do the story of Black 2, White 2, or the story of Black and White. Because the remakes of the games are always, like, I feel like we'll get a Legends game on top of the remade games as well. Like, it makes sense. Like, do what you did with BDSP, but don't make the games BDSP. Like, don't make them like BDSP. But I feel like we will get a remake of Black and White. And then post-game we'll have something similar to Black and White 2, similar to the Delta episode. And then we'll get a Legends game based in Unova probably later. Because it seems like Galar is the next Legends game, which I'm not excited for. I don't like Galar in terms of story. I don't care for the Darkest Day. And if it is Galar, we're going back into the past. I'd rather go into the future for Legends games. Like, I want a proper futuristic game for Pokemon, for a Legends title. I would love to, if I want a past game, I think Johto would do better. Or Black and White would do good for, a past game. I feel like time travel would be heavy involved with a Legends like Johto, just because Celebi would probably be involved with that. But, you know, we're not gonna know any new Legends game until after the Galar one, unless they could scrap the Galar game, but they've been teasing heavy, Galar in ZA. Just have to see. We'll have to see what they do. So yeah, we're gonna be live for a few hours today. Should be fine, and then I'll sort out a schedule for the next few days, which we're gonna do quite a bit of Scarlet and Violet, I think. Just so we could get Scarlet and Violet's decks done. To get to 71. And once we're on 71, we can just ignore Scarlet and Violet for a while. And then do some Masuda hunts for certain Pokemon at a later time. So primarily we could concentrate on ZA shiny decks. And maybe do some deck stuff for Legends Arceus and Sword and Shield. Which we're going to rely on that, not this upcoming Saturday, but the Saturday after. We're going to do a lot of deck stuff during the start of August. But we'll probably do some leaf green shiny hunting, so we can try and get our, the shiny Spearow that I'm hunting. And then on top of that, we'll probably stick with Scarlet and Violet this week. Maybe during the weekend, on Saturday this week, we'll, Wednesday and Saturday, we'll probably rely on ZA so we can get some donuts so we can hunt in ZA again. Can I get a shiny duck? That would be nice. Shiny duck would be awesome. Shiny blue duck, please, game. That's all I ask. I want a shiny blue duck. And there's 5 minutes left. That's not cool. Wouldn't mind a Basculin, but they're not really noticeable in there. So I could have been missing a Basculin this entire time. I might skip the day, though. Well, to be fair, there's only 30 minutes until it all changes. Hey, what's up, bees? Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Come on, Psyduck. Once I have you, I think I'm just gonna wait till the outbreaks shuffle over again and then just get Veluza. I do need the Basculins, so if the Basculins want to spawn at some point, that'd be great. But they're not as noticeable, which is not cool. Damn, Psyduck, why? I guess I'll start another... Since there's not a lot of time, let me start another sandwich. Cucumber, bitter... I guess bitter and sour, just because I have a bunch of sour ones. I don't know what I'll get out of that, though. I know I'll get Sparkling, but will I get Title, or will I get Jumbo, or anything like that? I don't know what the additional effects are. The only one I care for is just the Sparkling one. It's only ZA I care for getting Alpha and sparkling power. Because obviously I'm going for a Shalfa dex more so than a shiny dex. What'd I get? What'd I get? What's my reward? Tinsy? Tinsy's fine. At least I still get title. Still get title. Guess we might get a tiny Psyduck. Yeah, that is... tiny Psyduck. Come on, need blue duck. If I get the blue duck quick enough, I will go and see if I can get Veluza real quick. And then once I have Veluza, I'm practically done. I don't need the Dunzo because I can do CA, and I don't need Tatsugiri because I could do CA. So we can just wait and see if a different outbreak spawns, and we can go for, like, maybe... Like, if Nimble spawns. Like, if we get Nimble, we can do a Nimble outbreak, and then we can just grab one. Hello, Makahito. You're that's annoying. That's annoying. I have you already. I'm probably gonna reset it. Why did I get you? I'm not water type. Notifications. Why would you jinx it? Why? Why would you do this? How dare you? Sorry, Makahito. I'm getting rid of you. You said Hariyama, but you weren't far off. It was just a pre-form. Hello, Psyduck. You are tiny. I wonder if I could get Tinsy Psyduck, and then I'll keep it as a Psyduck. That would be cool. I got one shiny Psyduck currently. I need another one. I also got the shiny fish as well. Also managed to get a shiny Wooper out of it on top of it. Oh, you prefer it to CA? Lavender? I prefer this, but at the same time, I feel like maybe the odds should be better instead of being shiny charm, like, you know, like Masuda odds. Like, it should be like maybe 1 in 300 or 1 in 250. I know the boosted odd, like, events are 1 in 250. But I feel like maybe make it just a little bit more, just because... Scarlet and Violet can go one of two ways, right? Either the game is super fast and you get shinies, or it's like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, where it's slow. You still haven't finished the EA? That's fair. Where do you play? This graphics is, graphics gold. My Switch OLED's graphics is like potato. This is Switch 2. This is just higher resolution. Like, the graphics ain't anything fancy. It's just higher resolution. To be honest, Violet, I found a shiny not even 10 minutes in. That's just luck. That's just luck. Plus, they're in the overworld. Shinies seem to be easy just because they're in the overworld. If you were running in the grass, like, you know... It can be slow, or you can get it quick. It's all based on luck. It's all based on luck and how good your RNG is. I need one more Psyduck. This is Switch 2, yeah. Who's my favorite shiny? Rayquaza. I'm probably considering of actually hunting Rayquaza whenever Pokemon Emerald gets like ported to the Switch. So we have Fire Red Leaf Green. We need Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald to come out for the Switch. You're going to sleep now, notifications? Good luck. Like, have fun. Have fun sleeping. Best Pokemon game in my opinion, Pokemon Emerald. Just because it's the first Pokemon game I've played. I'll have a very good time sleeping. That's fair. You forgot how to shiny hunt in this game? You make a sandwich. You either do the Masuda method or you make a sandwich. And honestly, I think Sword and Shield is probably the worst game to shiny hunt, just because without the Dynamax dens, most people are just using the Masuda method. Damn, can I have a blue duck? That'd be nice. Playing Pokemon Emerald right now on my phone. Nice. I want it on the Switch too, because I want to do a shiny playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. I can do it on my Japanese copy of Pokemon Emerald if I wanted to, but I'm waiting for my Game Boy Operator to come out. But the only thing in that game I'm probably going to hunt is probably Mew. Maybe a maybe a third copy of Deoxys would be fun to get, because I will be hunting Deoxys in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Next year, we're going to be doing a lot of, like, probably dual hunting. So we'll be using 2 switches to actually hunt for shinies, for, like, winds and waves, and also do Fire Red, Leaf Green. Legends Arceus was so easy to shiny hunt. A lot of people, like, in my opinion, I don't like Arceus just because of, like, I love the story of Arceus. I don't like, anything else in the game just because it's way too grindy. I also don't like shiny hunting in Legends Arceus either. Maybe if I want to use it in Pokemon Champions before I actually get the, like, a proper shiny just to do the events, I will grab a Pokemon like Sneasler or something and quickly grab it, like, get a shiny of it and then continue playing, like, through my Pokemon Champions save file. Hey, this game really don't want to give me Psyduck. Best Pokemon game on Nintendo Switch? That's a tough one. It's either between Scarlet and Violet, or Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee in terms of, like, replayability. Like, I like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee just because they introduced the shiny sparkles in that game. And also Overworld shinies, they brought that into the Switch era. Like, Sword and Shield did some good stuff, but also backtracked as well. And then Legends Arceus dropped, gave us some good stuff and, like, some good methods to shiny hunt. But when ZA came out, it did what Arceus did, but did it better, but also removed a couple features from Arceus that should have been in Legends ZA. Like the link cable. That should be added in any of the Legends games moving forward, because you don't have 2 copies of the games. Like, there's no reason to, like, do it that way. Okay, we got 15 minutes till the outbreaks are gonna shuffle, so I'll probably look for Psyduck if it spawns somewhere else. And then just continue that for a little while. And then I'll switch over to Veluza once we have Psyduck. Come on, Psyduck. Just need one. Just need one. I guess it's turning night, so this would be more fun to get a shiny. Oh, the Psyducks also spawn there, which is really annoying. I have to pay attention just in case if it spawns shiny over there. I really should have done encounter, huh? I think it's spicy and salty that does encounter, but, you know. I might do Humongo for the Veluza, just so it's easier to pretty much notice it. Picnic, should be fine. Psyduck, I need you to be blue, buddy. Please. Oh, if it was in the water, that would have been cool. Psyduck, Psyduck. Psyduck's over there. Psyduck. Alright, picnic. This is probably not a good area for Psyduck, but time ain't gonna roll until like another 14 minutes from now. Psyduck. Any of these guys like more of a bright color? Like night is gonna help, so I'm gonna definitely pay attention if something shines down there. Would love to try and get all of the Basculins, so I don't have to worry. I got white striped Basculin, which is fine, and the day that becomes an alpha Pokemon in modern day Pokemon is probably a good thing. Because eventually every Pokemon will get the alpha size. Just at the moment they don't. But I know I could get an alpha Basculegion if I wanted to, like a Shalfa one in ZA. I just don't like the Strange Ball. That is in. I like catching all my shiny Pokemon in Pokeballs. Minus the exception of certain Pokemon that are really hard to obtain, like Arceus for instance, because you can't skill swap Arceus, so probably Master Ball it. And same with Darkrai. This ain't on mobile, no. Does TikTok not show the does TikTok not show the title of the stream? Because I specify what platform I'm using. You have Deoxys shiny? I have one Deoxys, I still need 2 more. You love this song? I think it's calming. It's just calm. It's a nice, like, Pokemon does one thing right and always does right, and it's the music. Minus the end credit song for, from Ed Sheeran for Scarlet and Violet. Like that's just eh. But the OSTs, like the Pokemon OSTs, are really good. I am shiny hunting Psyduck, yeah. Going for Psyduck, and then we'll be going for Veluza. Just need one more Psyduck, that's all we need. Psyduck, please befriend. Wow, the other Psyduck was so quick to get, like the first one, and then this one's taking a while. Sucked. Psyduck was my first shiny in the first Pokemon game. Scarlet, 2 hours in. Nice! Not bad. Do I want to do a Pokemon exchange? I'm good. I don't trade. I don't do like a lot of trades for Pokemon, and I don't do trades for any shiny Pokemon. Well, thanks for the offer. I appreciate it. Game. Why are you not giving me a shiny Psyduck? Don't do that. Why are you not giving me a Psyduck? I want a blue duck. I'll figure out nicknames for all my Pokemon at some point, but I'm currently in the middle of nicknaming all my Pokemon in Legends ZA. But since there's only 71 Pokemon I'm getting in this game, we'll do like some votes for like some names for certain, like for the shinies that I want to nickname. Does doing the picnic thing reset the spawns? Yes. Picnics are your best friends in this game. So if you want to reset the spawns, best way to do it. Obviously, if you're in the water, it's kind of a little more tedious to do, but you can still picnic. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome Friday night. Psyduck, be my friend. I think Torkoal I still need shiny. Definitely want to go for a shiny Torkoal at some point. Psyduck, wanna be nice? Friend? No? Okay. Blue Psyduck, please. I do have sparkling power, right? Yeah, I do. Does it feel like I don't? Like, I'm definitely seeing more than 500. Come on, stupid ducks. Once I get blue, I should be fine. Psyduck. Flamigo would be fine, but I don't really want Flamigo since I'll be going for Shalfa Flamigo. Normal Psyduck. Normal Psyduck. Normal Psyduck. Please, game, give me a Psyduck. Like, we got 6 minutes. Like, 6 minutes till the outbreaks reset, and I'm still 13 minutes off. So I'll probably wait till the timer actually completely goes before I, you know, start for loser or do another sandwich for thingy. Would you mind explaining the sandwich thing with all the Mysticas for shiny hunting? So you have to make a sandwich with 2 versions of Herb and Mysticas. I use a shiny calculator, so it only requires 1 ingredient, mostly, and then any 2 Herb and Mysticas. So you just do the ingredient that you can find, and also do Herb and Mysticas, and it give you level 3 sparkling power, and it give you extra effects. So if you want like title or you want something else, you can actually try and find other things you want with them. I'm not playing multiplayer, Zumo. I'm not playing multiplayer. I remember filling out the Pokédex when this game came out. Good times. Yeah. I did this ages ago. I'm just, it was around the first week when the game dropped that I managed to finish the shiny deck, like not the shiny decks, but the main, like, national decks for the game. I just need to finish the entire DLC national decks and the base decks for Scarlet, for Sword and Shield, and Legends Arceus and BDSP, and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Once they're done, I get the extra stuff. I almost bumped into Psyduck. I don't think I'm gonna get a Psyduck within 4 minutes. Like, if it can give me Psyduck, that'd be great. You're welcome, Friday night. Blue Psyduck, please. The game's either nice and gives me the shinies very quickly, like it gives me like multiple shinies at once, or it's really bad and basically gives me a shiny like once every hour. Which is annoying. Sometimes I have to go through multiple sandwiches just to do it. Come on, Psyduck. That's fine. That's fine. That blue duck around here, maybe? Or is there a light, like a bright fish in here? No. I don't care for Choodle. I've got the entire line with Choodle. Just shiny hunted for new Pokemon only since I already have a shiny living dex since Legends Arceus. That's fair. The sandwich effects last for around 30 minutes. It's always best to save before you make the sandwich so you don't waste your Herb and Mysticas. I'm trying to get rid of some Herb and Mysticas at the moment, so that's why I'm not saving, like, beforehand. But normally I would save and then use my Herb and Mysticas for the entire duration of the outbreak, just in case, because each Pokemon has a spawn chance, like an extra spawn reroll chance when you lower the outbreak. So it's best to do it at the start of the outbreak, but if you don't want to, you can wait till you're at the final bit. But I'm definitely going to be doing a shiny dex in Pokemon Winds and Waves when that comes out. On top of, like, just having a base living dex for one of the base games. Damn. Alright, this is probably the last check I can do. Do you do the picnic method or not really? I am doing the picnic method. That's how you respawn the Pokemon. It's the picnic method. It's just easier to despawn the Pokemon and respawn them back in. Let's see if I could do one more check real quick. I got a minute. As long as I leave and it doesn't do it. You prefer quick fighting them? You don't want the outbreak to completely go, Leon. You want it to be on, like, when it says not there's no more left of the original outbreak. That's when you get the better odds. You don't want to clear out the outbreak, otherwise they just disperse and then there's no more around the area. Psyduck. Well, that's annoying. Oh, the time reset, so it's Psyduck somewhere else real quick. Psyduck. Oh, no Veluza today? Was Veluza somewhere else? Okay, Psyduck's there, so let's go to Psyduck. Just reset the outbreaks. I day skip. Primarily, I day skip. I have all the evolutions already. I have them all in ZA, so I don't need to do them in this game. This is a weird spot to get them. For sure. You always get the duck random. That's fair. How long have I got on this? 6 minutes? They can... Okay, this should be fine. This ain't the best spot for Psyduck to be in. I could day skip. Oh yeah, I'm doing all the evolutions of Pokemon that I need. Aha, so they also spawn in the water. That's not good. I gotta keep an eye out for the water. That's why I'm going for one more Psyduck, because I need Golduck. Did I join the event for Shiny Rayquaza? No. I don't need Shiny Rayquaza because I already have it. I don't think it's fun to do the event versions of Shinies because they're practically given to you. I'd rather hunt them myself. Instead of just being handed it. Psyduck. Be my friend. Since there's no Veluza, I think I'll just concentrate on the Psyduck. Once Psyduck is obtained, then I can day skip and try and get Veluza. Because Veluza not being here is kind of weird. It's supposed to be one of the given Pokemon that spawn when the day rolls over. Which is fine. Alright, Outbreak's starting to go down, so 2 more it's got to say, because it's got to say not many left from the original. That's fine. Cyclizer, I have you in ZA, so I don't need you in this game, which is perfect. The same with the starters, like if the starters end up being in the next game, because all of them end up being in, then the only starters I gotta ignore are the ones on ZA. And then I can just hunt, like, the Pokemon. Why am I keep sliding down? I'm barely on the hill. Thanks, game. Appreciate you. Title's cool, but no, I'm not after the title game. Unless the shiny actually has the title, I'm not really going for titles. No blue duck in the water. That's fine. Can they spawn up there? I don't think they can, but, you know. They can spawn up there, that's kind of annoying. Psyduck. Be nice. Fine. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so it's getting lower, so that's a good thing. Give me a go, come here. Okay, so that's fine. I'm trying to ignore that at the moment. 2 minutes remaining, then I can make another sandwich for the 30 minutes. Bip. I need 2 more Hoppips to complete the line. I also need to go for Sunken and Sunflora in this game, which I'm probably gonna breed to get Sunken and Sunflora. They're not noticeable. Any of you guys blue? Nope. That's fine. That is fine. Yeah, I need the blue duck, man. Like, it's been ages. Just brought Scarlet and Legends Arceus, but I think Scarlet is kind of weird. You think Scarlet's kind of weird? Should I buy ZA or wait for Winds and Waves? I would say wait for Winds and Waves, honestly. But ZA is fun to play. It's the DLC that makes it not really fun to play. Because once you're done with the DLC, the only thing you're doing is primarily shiny hunting or doing the like the ZA Royale, like online. Alright. Not many left from the original outbreak, which means I'm going to save my game. Yeah, I like the art style of the game, to be fair, for ZA, so I don't know. I would say, because we're probably not getting Winds and Waves till the end of the year. But ZA is a shorter game, so if you want something that's going to fill your time, like, it's probably a good game to maybe... I'm doing that real quick just to get rid of this, so I can just do double herbers real quick. Makes it easier to do. I hate having one extra herb and miss the car and it just ruins it. Because you have to rely on 3. Like 2. Imagine playing this junk over Power World. Sorry to disappoint, but Power World is not fun to play. It's too grindy. I don't like games that are too grindy. Exactly. Respect everyone's opinions, man. Is it that hard? I rather support the games that I actually enjoy. You know, each game has their audience, each game has their own thing. Nothing wrong with liking both. I play both. I just prefer Pokemon over Power World. And the 1.0 update did not save Power World in any way, shape, or form. Just added extra stuff, which ain't too bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not too bad at all. Let's do that. Yeah, I've not played much of Scarlet. I have so many games I'm playing. That's fair. I've been playing a lot more games as of recent as well. I've been getting back into like Genshin Impact and stuff like that. Been playing that with friends. The only games I'm currently waiting for now is like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 for next year. Obviously Winds and Waves for next year. Maybe a new Mario game might be coming next year. Like, not many games I'm going to be playing, so I'm just back into playing the older titles. Like older Pokemon games and so forth. I guess I can use Koraidon until I'm like resetting the area. I could also spawn in and out to reset the spawns as well, but they seem... It's kind of weird if they do reset spawns. Do they spawn up here? That's all I want to know. No, so they don't spawn up there, so that's a good sign. It's a good sign they don't spawn up there. And that should be good. I've been playing Pokopia and a lot of Mario games. Pokopia is really fun, and it's getting its... like... It's getting DLC, so if you enjoy Pokopia, definitely consider maybe picking up the DLC for the game. Because you'd be able to go underwater and stuff like that. Like, it's a 3-part DLC. Which is kind of cool. I'm hoping for Winds and Waves we get a DLC, but it's just one DLC. Like... No 2-parter DLC, I just hope it's, you know, if they do a DLC, it's more so they bring back, like, something we can do with, like, legendaries. Marrow, you kind of annoyed me there. Oh, it's a tiny Marrow. It's a big Marrow and a tiny Marrow. Wait, what have I got? Have I got Tinsy? No, I got Catching Power. I just got really... I don't know if I locked out or... Huh. Why, Marrow? You were all pink. Like, you were blue, so I thought you were Psyduck. Nah, it weren't Blue Dark, it was Mario. Yeah, so I'm gonna wait till all comes out. That's fair. I have an £80 voucher for CEX any game recommendations for Switch. For Switch? Depending what like, you know, what you can get in CEX, you could possibly pick up, like, I'm into like MMOs and RPG games, so I've been playing the demo of The Adventures of Elliot, and that's really fun to play. What other games have I been playing? Hold on. Star Fox I have, which is good, but it's way too short of a game, so I don't think that's worth anything. Kirby games are fun, so if you're into something like the Kirby games, definitely pick up the Kirby games. They're really fun to play. Like at some point, I'm probably gonna pick up all the Kirby games and start playing through those. I love them. All I want for Pokemon Winds and Waves is underwater exploration. That's exactly what we're getting though. Like the trailer shows we could go underwater. I'm just curious how shiny hunting is going to work for that. That's my only concern about it, is like, if the shiny sounds come back and like the shiny particles and stuff like that, I just hope we don't start a game and people get unlucky and get a shiny, but it's in the water and they can't get it. I hope there's like level scaling and stuff like that, so we can be able to go like underwater from the beginning of the game. Or they do it like ZA, where the shinies don't despawn and it can hold up to a certain amount. Because it'd be on Switch too, so I'm curious. No worries, Friday night. I definitely have a look at like the Mario games and stuff if you like those, and try those out. I wouldn't recommend getting like the Mario Party games unless you have friends that have those games. Finally! He's here! The blue duck is here! And he's sitting down! He was sitting down, which was awesome actually. I'm gonna do that. He was sitting down! The blue duck was sitting! Alright, cool. So that's gonna be Golduck. Because I think the other one had the mark. It depends. If this one has damp, maybe it'd be Golduck or Estate Psyduck. Whichever one has damp as its ability will be the one that evolves. I think Golduck gets damp. I hope. Yeah, you got Cloud 9, so... you're gonna be the... Oh, they both got Cloud 9. I swear I had damp. Oh, no, it's you who have damp. So I need that to evolve. I might evolve my Wooper, I don't know. You're a special attacker, so I think that one. Alright, let's go... You know what? Let me evolve you in a bit. I still have enough time on the sandwich, which is like 20 odd minutes. Okay. I need to try and get myself... I'll just skip the day by 1 day, and hopefully it will give me... Okay. Veluza, Velu... Ooh, I do need you. Which is kind of funny. Alright, there's Veluza, which is actually in the best place, I think. I think that's best place it can be. Perfect. Alright, let's try and get Veluza, so... it's the only other Pokemon which will make the counter go up by 1. The counter doesn't go up at the moment because it was a Psyduck. I will be sorting out that dex once we're actually done. Once we're done with the main actual Scarlet and Violet decks that I need, we'll be moving over to see what other Pokemon I'm missing for like the DLCs and stuff. So what count I'll be on for that. So Veluza, there is a Veluza there. Any problem with this is that I'm going to be dealing with Veluza, but on top of that, it's dealing with everything else. Oh, this is fine actually. You can't get me while I'm over here, you dummies. This is a good way. This is a good way to, like, fight them. This is a perfect way to fight them, because they're going to be coming right up to the water. Sure. This is Pokemon Scarlet. I did put Scarlet in, Scarlet. TikTok doesn't allow you to have a certain long word of the game. How's my game so smooth? It's on the Switch 2. This is not a good place for Veluza at all. It's not a good place just because I would rather be in the water to hunt them. Okay, I think I'm gonna skip the day again just to help it out. This is Pokemon Scarlet, Tosca. I prefer Scarlet over Violet just because the legendaries and the exclusives are better. Ah, why did that? Do I have to reverse time? I have to reverse time. 13, and then we go down by 10. Where is Veluza? Okay, you're there, so I think that's actually better. But it should be fine. I did get Psyduck, yes. It's just I've kind of found it a bit rude. If you found that rude, then I don't know what to, like, you know. I don't know what to say to that. I generally don't know what to say to that. But if you think that's rude, then, you know. Veluza, go away. Thank you. No. I think TikTok just needs a bigger character-wise. Like, you know. It just needs to have a bigger character size for, like, titles and stuff. Kind of like how YouTube can go pretty much infinitely. Come on, fight me. Come on, Veluza. I need a male Veluza because I have female already. But there's other Pokemon that could spawn shiny, which is not a good thing. I don't need Gyarados, and I don't need Dodonzo or anything. Hey, thank you for the follow, Scarlet. If you need to go bed Friday, you can go to bed. I'll be live again tomorrow, but it'll be like earlier in the day. It won't be too late. What? Veluza, why are you inside me? This will take a while because, you know, they're super aggressive and they want to be annoying. This is not cool. Oh, it's satisfying to watch. Fair enough, thank you. I appreciate it. Apart from Veluza being, like, stupidly annoying because it's super aggressive and just keeps coming towards you, it is probably one of the easier Pokemon to hunt just because it's noticeable. Got a full-on shiny Sphere in Legends Arceus. Nice. That's fine. Come fight me. You go at 30 pass. That's fair. This ain't Power World, Jade. I'm gonna make a disclaimer now. If anyone trashes on Pokemon because of Power World, you will be removed from the stream. That's all I'm gonna say, because every time I play Pokemon, everyone's talking about Power World. I don't care. Anything about Power World, I just generally don't care. I played a game too, but I'm not comparing the two games because they're entirely two different games. That's a nice joke. I actually prefer that joke over the jokes people make generally. Why did I think that Veluza was alpha? I think that's just a big Veluza. Like, there's no alphas in this game. Can I have my green fish? Ah. Game. Why? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? What did I do? What'd I do? Power World is on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. I don't think it's on the Switch. I'm not too sure. Could be on Switch too, but I don't think it is. It's just another monster catching game. It's more like Monster Hunter Wilds than anything Pokemon. Because it's not an RPG game. It's more like it's a progression game, and the catching is just more or less optional. You don't have to. No, please. 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 Whee! Okay. Fight him. Fight him. Thank you. Thank you. Fight him all, Latios. Okay, that's something that could have been better, but you know, it works. Ah. Yeah, it's like Ark and Pokemon. Like in terms, it's I wouldn't compare it to Pokemon, just because it's basically Ark. Like my friends compare it to Ark. I compare it to Ark. Like more so than Pokemon, just because it's got pals in it doesn't make it a Pokemon like type game at all. It's more like Monster Hunter with Ark. Recently brought Power World, and it's definitely a difficulty spike. Pokemon is so laid back. Exactly. The main thing on Power World I don't like, it's not the difficulty spike, I just don't like games that take too long to grind to get to specific, like, gear. Like, that's why I don't like Legends Arceus in Pokemon, because it's way too grindy. ZA wasn't as grindy, but that's because I like Pokemon, but it was grindy compared to most Pokemon games. And I don't like Monster Hunter, so, like, I don't like Ark, I don't like Monster Hunter. Just because those games are completely different to, like, the JRPG games of Pokemon. Veluza, no. Please, 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 please. Leave me alone. Leave me alone for, like, 5 minutes. Okay. How long have I got on that? 15 minutes? Alright, this is fine. Since they can chase me, I can lead them all over here until the outbreak is completely, like, done. Kinda. There we go. Ah! Yeah, I've seen Monster Hunter stories. It could interest me, but I just don't like the realistic style of the Monster Hunter games. I've never been interested in anything like Monster Hunter, but, you know. Why does that look so pink compared to, like, the purple? Yeah, what? Why is that one more pink? Okay, now they look all the same. Kill them all. Kill them all. Sorry, Tropius, you're in the way. I guess Tropius just decided to go near my... Come on, Veluza. Looks a lot more like Pokemon than the main games, in my opinion. That's fair. How do I fly on the Legendary? It's part of the DLC. Not part of the base game. You have to have the DLC if you want to fly. Specifically, the second DLC. Come on, Veluza. Oh, chase me, please. Woo! It's great, because I can just leave it like that. And then it can kill them all. Boink. Woohoo! Come with me. Ah, of course you're gonna be like super like far out. They're like heat-sinking missiles. I actually like that, what the fuck? That's funny. Can I have my green one spawn, please? That'd be nice. The closest thing I've played to anything like Pokemon is a Roblox game that is similar to Pokemon in a lot of ways. I also don't want the Pokemon games to be open world anymore. I'm hoping Gen 10 is like basically the last open world Pokemon game. I like my Pokemon games being a bit more linear. But that's only because, you know, the Switch era has done way too much open world games. Okay, it's definitely getting lower. That's a good sign. Ah. Any green spikes anywhere? Any green spikes? Ooh, that one's got a mark. That would have been nice if that was shiny. Any green spikes lying around? Well, I could definitely reset these guys in a bit. Ow. Why would you do this? Up to you, Friday. If you want to wait till I get the shiny, you can do that, but the chance of me getting the shiny during this sandwich is probably pretty low. Just because of how long it took Psyduck to appear. Psyduck took just over an hour. So it depends. Depends if the game's nice to me with Veluza. Thanks, game. I just hope I don't get like Gyarados or something that shines. I don't need Golduck. I'll be training up Golduck, which maybe it was a good idea to bring Psyduck in just to evolve it. But I'm going to Area 0 to evolve a lot of my Pokemon. I think I'm going to evolve my what's it called? My Wooper. But evolve into Quagsire and probably make it a lot bulky so I can start going for Voltorb and Electrode. Because I definitely want to go for Voltorb and Electrode. Could do them in Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, since, you know, more chance of those, less chance for those to explode, but with Damp, they can't explode. So the only way to kill itself is if it uses, like, Takedown or something. Hello, Dratini. I love that Dratini, like, floats on the, like, swims on the water. But I'm going for Dratini in, ZA. I don't see any more Veluza. Like, I barely see any. Thanks, game. Appreciate. But yeah, I think during this week, we definitely will do ZA. But I think we're going to do a lot of Scarlet and Violet, like, shiny hunting. Maybe we'll do some Let's Go Pikachu Eevee shiny hunting. Maybe. Veluza. Need you to be green. Woohoo! See ya, loser. Yo! Ah, fine. I'll just accept my fate. Any green spikes anywhere? So all I gotta do is fly around the area and just hope that, you know, Veluza ends up being green. Ah! If you want to bump into me, Veluza, a shiny one bumping into me wouldn't be a problem. As long as you're male, I don't need multiple female Veluzas. I want both. I want both, and I already have female. Excuse me, what? Okay. Damn it. How do you shiny hunt legendaries? You can't get legendaries in this. The legendaries are shiny locked. The only way to get them is to do the event that is now expired. Damn it. The best game to actually shiny hunt the legendaries is probably Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and Sword and Shield with its DLCs. How many hours does it take to get one shiny? In the older games, it takes a lot longer, but in these games, it's based on luck. Like, you can be at it for hours. Like, Psyduck took me just under 2 hours. Which is really annoying, because I was hunting Psyduck earlier before going live. Hey, Veluza. You can get it super quick, or like within like the 30 minutes of your timer, or you can just not get it on like your first sandwich. Might take you a couple sandwich attempts. This actually ain't a bad place for Veluza to be. Ah. Thank you, Friday night. Hopefully I'll get it soonish. I want to get it within the next hour and a half, because I'm ending around the 3-hour mark. Completed Scarlet and never found a shiny. Did you get the shiny charm, and have you started shiny hunting? Like, the chance of you finding a shiny during your playthrough is low, because you're not going out your way to get it. Now, if you're playing ZA, most people got a shiny during their playthrough. Not many left from the original outbreak. Let's go. Oop, that's not what I want to do. I want to switch you. I have 6 minutes left on that, so I can at least do some resetting. So, picnic. Like, I've done Sword and Shield, never gotten a shiny during my playthrough. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I did get a shiny Krabby when I first played through it. ZA, I've gotten a few shinies during my playthrough. So, all determined on the game. I did get a shiny during my playthrough of Fire Red when they came to the Switch. It was a shiny Ghastly. Okay, thanks game. None of you seem to be green. I guess I'll zoom out just a little bit because I can see if they are green or they've got the pink, purple, like spikes. I wasn't aware there was a shiny charm in Scarlet. The shiny charm's been in the game since Generation 5 and above. You have to complete the Pokédex to actually get the shiny charm in most of the games. Alright, I need green spikes, please. Problem is a lot of water types can shine. I still need the, like, Azurill and Azumarill as shiny. So I'm perfectly fine with getting anything else around here that's water, like, shiny, apart from... I don't need the Dunzo because I have it in CA. Don't need Gyarados, I have it in CA. Don't need Chewtle or Dreadnought because I have them now. Don't need Golduck because I just got Psyduck, so I'll be evolving it into Golduck. Oh, you're still getting the flags done? That's fine. You should just catch every Pokemon you need for, like, the Pokédex, just so it's, you know, you're doing it as you're playing through the story. That's what I always do, is I make sure I catch everything in the same, like, in one area first, use them on my team, and evolve them. Goomy, you're in ZA. I'm getting you in ZA because I just need Goomy, I need Sliggoo and Goodra. Because I have Hisuian Sliggoo and Hisuian Goodra. Veluza could be really iffy, man. Either gonna spawn quickly, or it's gonna be a while. Hey Gyarados. Hey Veluza. Got green spike. Like, if it spawns right in front of me, that's perfect, but... it's really, really... be really annoying. Okay, picnic. Only problem is after I've played Arceus and ZA, I don't want to go back to Scarlet, lol. That's understandable. I'm taking a break from ZA a little bit because I've played way too much ZA to the point where I've kind of gotten burnt out. But I'm doing a little bit of shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, maybe some Sword and Shield hunting. Just because most of Sword and Shield I can get in Sword and Shield. As long as they're not, like, I'll get all the Sword and Shield Pokemon that are not in Scarlet and Violet and ZA in Sword and Shield, and then maybe if some appear in Generation 10, I'll also go into Generation 10, getting most of Generation 8's Pokemon. Because I will be doing, hopefully, a full shiny dex on Pokemon Winds and Waves, but it just depends what Pokemon are in the game, and which ones are going to end up being dupes of, like ZA's deck. So like Pikachu, like the Eevee line, I don't need any of the Eevees unless Eevee gets a new Eeveelution. Then I'll be catching an extra Shalfa Eevee to transfer later into evolving to a new Eeveelution. If they give us a new one. I doubt they will, but you know, just in case. You can't get past Mega Ray on ZA. Have you got Mewtwo? Like, I would utilize Mewtwo Y, because its special attack is greatly increased. If you competitively build Mewtwo Y, use Mewtwo Y and give it Blizzard and give it Ice Beam. It's a good counter against Rayquaza, and Rayquaza's attacks aren't too bad compared to, like, if you're doing Zygarde's attacks. Zygarde's the worst. Been using Mewtwo. Oh, don't do Ice Punch. It's not a physical attacker. You want to do Blizzard and Ice Beam because it's a special attack. Rayquaza's not good with its special defense. So you want to utilize special attacks compared to physical attacks. Garchomp's pretty good, but Garchomp's physically really weak to Rayquaza because it's using dragon attacks on Garchomp. I would just rely on getting ice types and then just rely on like Blizzard. So get multiple ice type Pokemon and then rely on Blizzard. And then you're better off that way. 10 seconds, I guess we'll save. Because this time we can actually reset. Because we were just going off the sandwich we were using on Psyduck. Okay. What the hell? Cucumber. We'll do sour. You're welcome, Mickey. Meow. What does sour give me again? But I know I'm guaranteed title in that. Like sparkling and title. Oh, it's Tinsy I get? Ugh. I don't mind having a Tinsy Veluza, but you know. It is what it is. Actually, it might be easier to notice water Pokemon because they're Tinsy. No, this is perfect. This is actually perfect because more likely because of Gyarados. Let's do a little bit flyover, maybe. See if I can see any green spikes on you guys. Shiny Slowbro, though. I don't need you, though. Damn. Why? Why, game? Why would you do this to me? Like, I'm going for Slowpoke, Slowbro, and the Galarian ones in ZA. You're blessing my game, Plague. Hopefully I get it soon, though. What's your favorite game out of Sword, Shield, Arceus, Scarlet, Violet, ZA? That's a tough one. I want to go with Sword and Shield because of Dynamax Adventures. Just because at least one game gave us legendaries we can actually hunt. And I'm being for real here. Like, there are none of these games apart from Sword and Shield actually give you a way to hunt the legendaries. I guess CA gives you a way to hunt at least 5 of the legendaries, but they were really easy to get in those games. But yeah, I'll go Sword and Shield because of the second DLC was at least the better DLC out of all of them. I just hope, you know, with Generation 10, they do a lot more with the game, and we can hunt maybe all the past legendaries that we couldn't get. So stuff like Kubfu, Urshifu, maybe Zygarde again, just so people can get Zygarde in those games. Glacier, Spectrier, Koraidon, Miraidon, maybe the Ruin Pokemon could be useful to shiny hunt as well. That can be fun. Not getting lucky with any of these being green. Like, don't get like these are fine because I could have the Veloozers literally just be down here and just see if I can find them, which is fine. Reset. I just hope I find it within, like, the next couple of, attempts of, the sandwich. Like, hopefully within the next, maybe 1 or 2 sandwiches. Like, within this one or next one, I get a Veluza. Be nice. I will reset my game to try and get a Veluza, so I don't waste my Herba Mysticas. Tinsey's actually really useful, just because everything else is going to be small, not just the Veloozers, so this will actually be really helpful. No, this is the base version of the game, Mickey. This ain't the DLC currently. Come on, Veluza. Ooh, there's a lot of them spawning in now. Can one of them be green? No, of course not. Of course not. Whenever I want a green Veluza, game's like, no. Is anything that spawns shiny, I'm just gonna say no to, practically. As long as it's, like, unless it's something I don't have and it's not in ZA, then I'll definitely grab it. Like Krogunk and Toxicroak, I don't know if they're in ZA, but if they're not, then, you know, I'll gladly take them if they start shining. They're also slightly aggressive, it seems. Interesting. That's not fun. Okay, not green. But I'll gladly take Marill and Azumarill. Well, I'll take Azumarill, I won't take Marill. It's just Azumarill and Azurill I'm missing, and Azurill spawns in the first area, which I could go for, or I could breed it. I was gutted when I deleted my shiny Latias in CA. No! Did you accidentally release it? This isn't on an emulator, Alex. It's on the Switch too. I don't emulate any of the Switch games. There's no point since I play them. It's so realistic. That's the downfall to this game. I don't like the hyper-realism. Like, the Pokemon look fine. I just think the environment doesn't match the Pokemon style. Winds and Waves kind of has that middle ground of being hyper-realistic and not realistic at the same time. And I hope it works. I hope Winds and Waves works better than how these games are. Can battle like in others order kind of Pokemon. There is a specific order you have to play in the game. I'm hoping Winds and Waves at least scales so you could go wherever you want in the game and it scales to your level. So like you could do the gyms in any order kind of thing. If you're smart about it, you can actually do this game with a low-level Pokemon. Like if you pick the Fire Starter, he can run through most of the like bosses in the games and most of the gym leaders. So you don't really need to rely on anything else. Come on, Veluza, can you be green? No? Okay. That's fine. Oh, it was level 102. No. The worst part is you can only get one of each legendary, so you have to go through all the DLC and beat Rayquaza again to even attempt to get, you know, Latios again. Honestly, at that point, unless you feel like starting again, like, you might as well wait for the next few games and see if it's in, like, you know, see if Latios is in the next game when we can hunt the legends again. Yeah, this is Switch 2, streamer. Can I have a... I'm gonna do that because it seems easier to, like, try and go around. Much as I like going, like, zooming out, it kind of feels like it has a little frame issues, but it doesn't. It just seems like it. Can you be green? The resolution definitely helps with the graphics looking a little nicer than on Switch, at Switch Lite and the OLED version, but it's fine. I wonder if Winds and Waves is going to allow HDR, so you can actually change the color a little. If it allows HDR, I can't wait to use it. I might generally make Winds and Waves a little easier to see shinies, or not easy to see shinies. You've got the OLED. This looks nicer. I have the OLED as well. This game plays better than the OLED, but it looks the same. Maybe because I've played the game enough, but it looks the same. Graphics-wise, it's just a higher upscale of the originals. The graphics haven't changed, it's just upscaled. Don't do that. I don't want to bump into Stunky and Stuntank. But in terms of graphics, it's not changed. Maybe someday I'll buy a PS5 or Switch. After the stuff that Sony has said, I'm not getting a next-gen PlayStation. I'm not. I feel it's blurry on OLED. For an OLED, you would think it would look more pretty, right? Just because, you know, OLED screens. But making it look blurry, interesting. I don't think I had that problem on the OLED. Maybe it's because I just haven't played the OLED. Like, I've had the Switch 2 for over a year now. So maybe I haven't played the OLED in a while. I haven't noticed it. At least the next Pokemon games aren't on. I'm not really a fan of Power, but I have played it, yeah. I don't like the trash talk that everyone says about Pokemon like because of Power World. Power World looks worse in terms of graphics, like when it comes to like ZA and stuff like that. Power World has the worst graphics, but it does have good looking like areas, like certain areas. Like the Terraria area is pretty good. Like the collaborations they do is pretty good, like the Terraria collaboration, and I think they've done World of Warcraft as well as of recent. That's the problem. Everyone likes to compare it to Pokemon, but it's not Pokemon. If you want to compare it to anything, it's basically Ark and Monster Hunter. That's it. Comparing it to Pokemon, you're dying on a dead horse. You're literally like, it's a dead horse conversation. Like, you can't compare it to Pokemon. You physically can't, because they're completely different games and different play styles. It's dumb. Their power looks seductive even. Some of them, yes. Yes, some of them. There's a certain gimmick they seem to go for with the pals, and I'm not a fan of it. The only thing is the ball. Like, some of the pals I like, and I am glad they changed some of the designs of the pals that seemed to look like, you know, specific Pokemon, like a grass-type Cinderace. They changed it completely, kind of thing. So it looks completely different. It's got similarities, but it don't look identical, like, anymore. And now people are comparing the giant legendary whale that's in the game to Kyogre, and it's like, it's based on the same type of whale, but it's not identical. It's so dumb. Like, I don't mind hearing people say they like Power World over Pokemon. That's cool. You like games like Ark and stuff, but don't come in chat and say it's better than Pokemon in any way. It's not. If it was, it would have beaten Pokemon's like sales like by 10 times over. Like, the Pokemon games will always do well because they're Nintendo's product. Nintendo games do well generally. I'm Pokemon till I die. Exactly. I played Pokemon since Pokemon Emerald, and I will die playing Pokemon. I will be buried with all my Pokemon games. Simple. I am a Pokemon fan through and through, and that will never stop. Even if the games get worse over the years, that will never stop me not playing the games. Because I don't play them for the story, I really don't. I play them to shiny hunt. That's always been my thing. I like shiny hunting, and I've recently just gotten into competitive battling with Pokemon champions, and I'm liking that a lot more now. So I want to get into competitive scene, but not play it. But I don't want to go into champions, like championships and stuff. But I do want to play it at least, and like learn. The game really does not like to give me Veluza at all. It really doesn't. Like, if there was a better place for Veluza to spawn, that'd be great. The game's just giving me the worst version of Veluza. Like, worst area to hunt it. The thing with Power World is Pokemon need to maybe try to do something similar in scale, because ZA was bad. ZA was just too small, and also the DLC didn't help for that. The DLC is just rinse and repeat, just like most of the story was, which was just battles, rank ups. I feel like the main Pokemon, like the main generation Pokemon games, are a lot better. Just because, you know, you got the gyms and stuff you can do. In ZA, there was no gyms, and the DLC didn't help just because it was the same thing. You go in a portal, you go out the portal. People didn't want stuff to be repeated, and we were stuck with that. ZA wasn't bad in terms of graphics, but it was definitely bad because of the story and the repetitive side of stuff. Scarlet and Violet for sure. Sword and Shield is only good because of its second DLC. And I'm only saying that because until we knew how to actually properly shiny hunt, we didn't really know what we were doing with the shiny hunting. Like, Sword and Shield's story was very bad. Oh, you like the base game of Sword and Shield? I didn't like the story. I like the Pokemon in Generation 8, but I don't like the story. Like, I couldn't give a shit about the Darkest Day. I really don't care. Like, Rose was a very lackluster villain, but it was the first generation on the Switch, and it did just come out a year after Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, which I enjoyed more than Sword and Shield. Just because I like the graphics of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I think that's the style the Pokemon game should keep, is the, like, cartoony type style. It's, like, closer to the anime for it. X and Y was my favorite. I don't have much love for it. I actually love X and Y. That's why ZA has a higher ranking on top of my list. Just because it's a continuation to the story. Like, I could ignore all the bad that's in the game because I primarily shiny hunt, but story-wise, ZA had one of the best stories we've had in years. There would be loads of Pokemon Mega Evolution in the wild if you didn't stop for Darkest Day. It wouldn't be Mega Pokemon. Like, it'd be G-Max Pokemon. Like, Dynamax Pokemon or G-Max. But I just don't care for the Darkest Day story. Sure, there's repercussions with the Darkest Day, but I don't, like, if the next Legends game is Galar, I really don't care. I'll play it because obviously I play the Pokemon games, but I'm probably not going to do anything special in those games. I'll just play through the story and be done with it. I'm not going to shiny hunt or anything. Maybe I'll shiny hunt, like, new Pokemon that I found in that specific, like, early days Galar game, but that's about it. I'm not going to do anything fancy with the game. I did it twice, so I should be saying I don't care. I did it more than twice. Like, I've played Sword and Shield, like, on repeat quite often. But that's only because I was doing the Pokédexes. And also I was doing the DLC to get the different versions of Kubfu for Urshifu. And also to get the Shiny Charm. Damn, game. Can you give me Veluza? I have Veluza. Be nice. Veluza, be green, please. Green Spike Veluza, maybe. Nope. Okay. Sliggoo doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about Sliggoo because of ZA. My Switch broke and I thought it was in Cloud, but when I got my Switch, it wasn't because of duping. Yeah, so the Pokemon games don't save to Cloud, sadly, because they are afraid of duping. Like, it's very easy to dupe on the Cloud saves, because you can easily get your saves on, like, PC and stuff, and then just back up your saves. Like, I'm not against Cloud saves, but I can understand why the Pokemon Company don't want to deal with the hassle of duping Pokemon because of, like, championships and stuff. But I feel like for save datas, they should at least have us have a way to back up our saves, because there's always issues with the Switches where the saves just corrupt. Nah, they stopped the game save into game card when the Switch first came out, which is sad because it's like saving on the game card would actually be more beneficial. But they do it should basically just save on your profile. Like it doesn't need to, because there's a lot of games that save to your profile that doesn't require cloud save. Which is really weird that Pokemon's not one of those games, and I hope the future of Pokemon at least figure out a way to save your games. Because the day we're able to at least back up our save, like, you know, it says this game, like when you save your game for the first time, it basically say that this save game will overwrite on your profile, would you like to save? And then you just double save basically. Just in case, like, say your Switch breaks, or, you know, you're playing in handheld and the battery dies. Yeah, the game goes into a sleep mode, but it doesn't always necessarily save the game. That's why autosave is a good thing. Even the Pokédex progress and story would be okay. Yeah. Like, say for instance, you completed the Pokédex, you got the shiny charm, it should save your game there and then onto your profile. Even if you do like a percentage of the Pokédex. The one thing I like about Scarlet and Violet, it gave you a reward for completing parts of the Pokédex. And I feel like they should continue doing that. Like, give us a progress bar of like the Pokédex, and we get rewards out of it, and every time you claim a reward, it will overwrite your save automatically. And then, like, every time you beat a gym, that should be a save. Like, that should be a primary save that you get. It's like, it will overwrite the save of your game, and that will be your checkpoint. Obviously, if you manually save, that will become your checkpoint moving forward, but it should be that the autosaves will go off, like, after you beat a gym or something, or after you beat a main part of the story. That's why I like how ZA did it. ZA was really good. Well, it was really handy with its autosaves. Yeah, it'd be like chapter progress. Kind of like how the Square Enix Dragon Quest games go and stuff. Like, it saves after a certain, like, autosaves after a progress. You're not gonna give me a shiny game. Just not. Alright, I think I'm gonna do another. Yeah, let's make another one. Let's make another one. What's the main story you're after? I'm not really looking for any story stuff at the moment. Oh, the main shiny I'm after? Veluza. So the fish. The big fish. Like the purple fish. Once I have it, I'm done with it, so I can move on to the next shiny that I want to go for, which is one of the outbreaks that are around. But I'm gonna look for a specific Pokemon with the outbreaks. We're gonna go in the list of Pokemons. So my next Masuda hunt is for Quaxley, because I need one more Quaxley for the line. Like, for the starters to be done. Can I get an instant shiny? That would be nice. Up, none there. Up, none there. Show me the green on you. Show me the green. Don't you dare shine, Gyarados. Don't. I don't want you shining. So I think my next outbreak hunt will most likely be Nimble, if I can find it in the outbreak. Once Nimble is done, I'll probably go for whatever else is next. Like on the list that I need. What's up, Capybara? Oh, there you are! Alright, please be exactly what I want. Please be exactly what I want. Oh, are you serious? I'm gonna reset because I have you already as female. I do not need you again. Go away. I need male. That's so annoying, man. I have like 4 Veluzas that are female. I need male. I'm doing good, Capybara. How are you? Oh, I wish I didn't save, man. I wish I checked and then I saved. That's fine. At least it's noticeable. It is very noticeable, even when it's out in the distance. Resetting over it doesn't really bother me too much, just because since I already have it, I'm not missing out on it, so... It's the saving that annoyed me, because I could have just resetted my game. And then done it again. Honestly, maybe just staying here and resetting it isn't a bad idea. Hey, thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. A loser, I need the green again. There's a random Veluza there. But I'll take a Azumarill. If the game wants to give me a Azumarill, I'll gladly take an Azumarill. Alright, let's just fly over, just have a look. Because they're not too far out, which ain't too bad. They're in the distance, so I just need to make sure I spawn them all in before I reset. I primarily play the games, but I do open some packs every once in a while. Like, I will open the TCG. When the 30th anniversary packs come out, I will be also doing that. I will be opening some packs of that. Because there's certain cards I want to hit. For collection reasons. I just collect cards. I don't really do much with the cards. It's hard to get them. I refuse to buy from scalpers. Exactly. Best way to get them is the Pokemon website. And if you have Nintendo Switch Online plan, you actually get first dibs if you sign up for their newsletter. That's how I got hold of the Switch 2 very early on. I was one of the first to be able to do the pre-orders. Yeah, if I get some, I'll definitely be, like, opening some on stream. It'd be fun. The loser, please. I do get the odd packs here and there, so maybe I'll do some packs during, like, when I next pick up some packs, maybe. But the 30th anniversary I'm more interested in because a new Eevee card comes out, and I want to start collecting my, like, continuing my master set for Eevee. I'm collecting all the Eevee cards in Japanese and English. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Japanese cards are easier to get. Like, honestly, I feel like maybe collecting the Japanese sets are just better to get now. The English ones are very easy to get. I'm doing good as well, but I hate my luck because on my main save file I can't even find shinies with a shiny charm, but on my other save file I'm finding shinies left and right. What game are you playing, Capybara? 'Cause if it's ZA, understandable. Like, it's just luck. At the end of the day, it's luck. Like, I'm struggling to get just one male shiny Veluza. I keep getting female, but I... Oh, that's Tasagiri. I was gonna be a little upset if that was a Chootle. If that was a Chootle, I was gonna be upset. Better quality too. Yeah, the Japanese cards seem to, especially the 30th anniversary cards seem to actually be better in Japanese. A lot of them don't have the weird borders for their games. So maybe I'll collect some of the Japanese 30th anniversary cards. It might be more fun to do. Like, the only thing I'm after is all the Eevee specific cards, but if I get like Charizard and stuff like that, I might keep them. If I get a dupe, then maybe I'll give it away, sell it or whatever. Scarlet, and I don't have the Shiny Charm on that other save file. That's just luck. Just luck. I got more 10s grading than English. That's fair, yeah. But I would definitely grade the Japanese cards more. Just because they'll look better on display compared to the English cards. But most of the Eevee cards that ever come out are primarily just common cards, so they're not as expensive. The only cards that are, like, it's only the exclusive Japanese Eevee cards, and some other Eevee cards, like the Terra Eevee, like the EX one, is pretty expensive to get. Can I have my green? Because I will hover over, check for them and so forth. I don't have a shiny Gibble, Logan, though. And if I did, I wouldn't trade it unless I had dupes. No green, no green. Yeah, my favorite Pokemon's Eevee. I'm hoping to get some artwork done before Winds and Waves next year. Well, before the new year. The new year, like the new year is gonna be rebranded to everything like Winds and Waves based. But I'm also gonna have like Eevee and stuff. Does the title say Power World? Oh. I'm not playing Power World. Playing Pokemon. What's my favorite evolution? Umbreon. I love Umbreon. Power World clears. That's your own opinion, man. You can't compare Power World to Pokemon because they're two different entire games. Power World plays more like Ark Survival. It plays pretty much identical to Ark. The progression's the same. The only difference is that the monsters are more like the pals are more like Monster Hunter. Like, they're more cutesy, so they're kind of like Pokemon, but there's no similarities between them, apart from a lot of the a few of the pals actually resemble a lot of the Pokemon, which is kind of wild. Like, if Nintendo wants to sue for lawsuit reasons, then sue because of that. Suing because of a pattern of catching was the dumbest thing they could have done, because it stops stuff like Dragon Quest from happening and it stops other games. Power World Temu version is Digimon. I've never played the Digimon games. I don't like Digimon in terms of, like, you know, the anime. I was never into Digimon. Like, you're either into Pokemon or Digimon. Like, you grew up with either of those. Or you grew up with both. Like, you know, it's either one or the other, or you grew up with both. But I don't like Digimon. It just felt like a Pokemon ripoff, in my opinion. And it felt weird as well. Like, the way they transform. Do I like One Piece? I don't mind One Piece, but I'm not a big fan of it, like most people. I prefer Dragon Ball Z over One Piece. But I do like One Piece. I feel like it needs to end though. I genuinely feel like One Piece needs to end at this point because it's just gone on long enough. If you've never seen, watched, or played it, the games aren't, like, from what I've gathered, the games aren't good for One Piece. Like, the anime's alright, but if you want to get into it, I would wait. I would generally wait until the new series comes out, which is from Wit Studios. So instead of watching the 1,000 episodes, I would generally wait for the modern animation version of the new one to come out. It's also going to skip all the, like, filler stuff as well, so it's just diving into the main stuff. And that starts, I think, January or February of next year. At least with season 1. Any of you green? No? Okay. That's fine. But I haven't caught up with the Pokemon anime in a while. I know they're kind of on a break. Like, I stopped when the main story ended, and they've been doing, like, spin-off stuff. Like, they've been doing, like, Pokopia, Pokemon Unite they've done. I don't know what else they've done at the moment. I've heard people say it's not. I'll say it is. Yeah. Hey, Veluza, could you go green? That'd be nice, you know. Has Veluza got more chance of being female than male? I need to actually check that. Do I like Koraidon? I like Koraidon more than Miraidon, yeah. Especially it's shiny. Really? Really, game? Really? I'll take it. I'll happily take... really? Really, Meryl? I'll gladly take the Mario, I guess. In the bowl you go. I'll gladly take Mario, but I'm not gonna, like, not happy about it. Mario, I guess I'll put you there for now. Ah. I did say if Marill spawned, I would definitely take Marill. Didn't give the game the reason to just make Marill spawn, though. I want my target. I want my target. Is that so much to ask? There's not a lot of Veluzas roaming around, is there? Oh, Veluza. More of you need to spawn, that'd be great. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. And also, thank you for the follow. Shoot, oh, I thought you were shiny. It's gonna freak me out. There's not a lot of Veluzas right now. Because everything else is covering up. I'll be doing one more sandwich after this as well. I'm hoping Veluza spawns. I'm not liking the areas that it's in. I wish there was a better area for Veluza. Maybe it'd be in, what's the game? Maybe it'd be in Winds and Waves. Hopefully. If it's in Winds and Waves, that'd be awesome, because then I don't really need it, but I'm picking it up currently just because there's no other game that's got Veluza at the moment. Come on, game. Give me a green. Give me a green. 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 Alright, they're all out there, so I can reset. Well, I might stop after this sandwich. I'll continue Veluza later, or I'll continue Veluza like off stream, maybe. Got 12 minutes on the sandwich. Are those guys green? No. Any of these guys? Nope. Veluza, any of you guys? Like, there's less of you there, so practically shiny hunting you guys is pain. Surely the odds go down because it says level 3 sandwich and shiny charm is 1 in 512. So surely if you get it down to the 60 count, it drops to like maybe 1 in 300 or something, or 1 in 400. I need to check that. I need to check those odds because the odds are weird in this game. Not as weird as the other games, but it is weird. Let me actually check. I've got basically 10 minutes left on that. Let's have a look. Tiny odds. Scarlet and Violet sandwich. Let's check. Okay, so mass outbreak 60 plus defeated / captured. Standard. Okay, with the shiny charm. It says 1 in 819. Really? Oh, mill level 3. Okay, so it is shiny charm odds. So it's 1 in 512. That's so annoying. 1 in 512 is actually really annoying. Why is it shiny charm odds? Like, why is it Masuda odds? Why couldn't it be lower? I thought Tropius was shiny. Tropius is in the next game, so I'm actually ignoring Tropius in this game. Anything that gets confirmed for wins and waves that's in those games, I won't hunt in Scarlet and Violet. The only reason I hunt them in ZA is because they've got the alpha versions of the Pokemon, so I'm going for full alpha decks in ZA. But we'll see. Like, for instance, Magikarp and Gyarados, I won't hunt those in the next games, I won't. But I will go for the starters, because, you know, I want to get all the starters as shiny. And then any of the new Pokemon I'll obviously go for to begin with, and then say for instance Zora and Zoroark is in the next game, I'll definitely go for them in that game. Ow. Why would you do that? At least you don't force me into battle. That Slowpoke looks shiny, but I don't care because Slowpoke is better in ZA. Like, Slowpoke generally looked a little shiny there, but In this game, it's not like it's any different than the normal. I just see one Veluza in the distance. What the hell? Okay, 2. Can I have more Veluzas that spawn in? Like, it is the outbreak of Veluza. Why is it the least common Pokemon? Like, 1 in 512 is actually really heartbreaking when you've barely got any Veluzas that spawn. That's why I don't like hunting any of the water-type Pokemon in the lake. Same goes for any game that has water. Like, I know Winds and Waves might be better because you could go under the water. So I think that'd be kind of cool, is that you'd be under... like, underneath, searching for some shiny Pokemon. I think I'm more excited for that. But yeah, I'll probably stop in a minute. Might as well see if the Veluza wants to shine. If Veluza shines, that'd be awesome. Hello, Ryan, how are you? Ah. Doing good, that's good. Come on, Veluza. Just need... Why are you turning that way when I'm not turning that way? Weird. I hope the flying is at least better in the next game. Maybe riding Pokemon is back, we don't know. We have no confirmation on that yet. Seems like we're gonna be relying on the Rotom, like Rotom surfboard, I guess. Because it does seem like Rotom's gonna be part of that. Ugh. Okay, any of you guys got green on you before I reset? No? Okay, good. Reset. Got a few more minutes and then I will be ending. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Veluza is fine. I could also look around and see if any of the like random Veluzas that aren't in the outbreak are shiny. Could check that. These ain't boosted odds. Like, the one thing I was hoping is that they were boosted odd outbreaks, but they're standard rates. Because boosted would have been 1 in 250, and then I don't have to worry about like boosting shiny rates. I just have to boost like title rates kind of thing. Hopefully they do another event in the future where it's like maybe bug types again. They could do like Nimble. Wouldn't mind. I still gotta go for all of the remaining starters in this game that aren't in ZA. As shiny, I gotta do that, but I'm gonna complete the main decks first, and then I think I'm going for all the starters that I need to go for. That I still need to go for. I'm not gonna re-hunt the starters I already have. I just need one more Score Bunny for G-Max Cinderace. I'll be most likely either going for Libero or Blaze for Cinderace. I don't know what people used for G-Max Cinderace, if they did rely on G-Max Cinderace. I probably won't. Alright, Veluza, none of you are green. That's fine. Well, like maybe 3 minutes left on this. 4 minutes. Not too bad. Still a chance I can get it before the sandwich ends. Anything fancy with the losers? Nope. Okay. Couple minutes left and I will end. Try and get Veluza off stream, I think. But I'm gonna probably take a break for a little while anyway before I continue doing Veluza. So, oh, shooting stars. Yo, that's a first. Oh no, I've definitely seen shooting stars before, but I don't know how common they are. Probably not. Yeah, like it's meteor shower. Hell yeah, that's cool. I don't know how common that is in Scarlet and Violet. It's probably not as common, but it's cool. It's actually really cool. Come on, Veluza, you spawn around here. Like, you're more chance of spawning around here because, you know, it's your outbreak. I don't know why everything else needs to, like, try to spawn in. I got like 2 minutes left, so that's fine. I'm just gonna keep going for like the next like 5 minutes and just reset a little. Come on, Veluza. Still meteor shower, or is it probably over, right? Still going? Oh, well, I was seeing it still going. Yeah, 2 minutes left, that's fine. We double check that one over there because the ones in the water that's facing like that are really annoying to find. Okay, you're purple. You're all purple. Okay. We can reset. Picnic. Might find a better location for this. Like somewhere that's more, like, better to get them. Maybe. I don't know. Come on, Veluza. One more reset. And then that will be me done. Any of you green? Alright, that should be the last. Because anything that spawns in now has that chance. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I got a couple more. Like, maybe one more reset I can do. Depends how quick these guys spawn in. They gonna spawn in though? Purple, purple. You're purple down there. I would know if you're green. And then one more reset. One more reset. And let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. Yeah. There's no point resetting, but I'll do one more anyway. Any you green, maybe? Nah. That's fine. Maybe I can find you somewhere else, huh, Veluza? Maybe. Alright, I'm gonna end here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't know what we're gonna do. We might do Scarlet and Violet again. We might do some Legends ZA, but I think I'm gonna save that for Wednesday and Saturday this week. So, most likely it's this and, Leaf Green Shiny Hunting we're gonna be doing this week. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.